So in phase one, the concentration is going to be solidifying your strength and adding a little bit of explosive, getting those fast twitch fibers on fire, creating sensitivity in those muscle fibers so that in phases down the road, they're not only more susceptible to faster strength gains and more muscle gains, but also that metabolic hit that we're going to introduce. So we're not getting crazy metabolic in phase number one, except for our loaded carries day, which is insanely metabolic. But we are really concentrating on making sure those type 2 fast twitch fibers in the muscles are activated. They love the explosiveness that we're going to add in the second exercise in our triple supersets that we're going to be doing. So like I said, triple supersets, everything is going to have 3 exercises in it. The first one is going to be a slower, more traditional strength-based exercise, followed immediately by a more explosive exercise using a lot of resistance bands or lighter weights, things that allow us to move quicker. And then the third exercise in the triple superset is going to be something using completely opposite muscle group, the antagonist muscle group, if you will, to really get the blood flow away from the main area that we're concentrating on and to help recovery process a lot quicker, allowing us to get back to the original focus with maximum strength. So we'll talk through this as we go. I know that doesn't really make a ton of sense right now, but again, as you look at the program, so for instance, look at the first 3 exercises we have. We have the pendley row, and we'll get to the exact videos on that in a sec. So we have the pendley row, which is going to be a back-focused strength exercise, followed immediately by banded pull-aparts, which is going to be an explosive exercise, and that goes into a chest-focused exercise. Now, the chest-focused exercise isn't necessarily there to help us build strength in the chest. It's more there to take the blood flow away from the back muscles, put them into the chest and the shoulders, and help with recovery of the back muscles so that you don't have to wait for 3 minutes to go back to the pendley row and create maximum strength gains. So this will allow us to move a little quicker if you want to, if you have the energy for it. So with the quicker movement, we can build up a little more metabolic resistance or metabolic conditioning, so that you can burn a couple extra calories. But again, phase one is not about necessarily cutting. It is not our cutting phase. This is not going to happen in the first 4 weeks. We're not going to drop right down to 12% body fat. It's going to take some time. But in a couple phases after this phase, our body is going to be primed. It's going to be ready to go. And when we introduce the additional phases down the road, special magical things are going to happen.